June 21st, 2020, marked the historic unveiling of a sign with the original name for this island in the Salish Sea. For thousands of years, the Squamish people called the island by two names, wlélex and wlélex, names passed down through the generations. Only very recently has it carried the name Bowen, after a British military officer who never witnessed the beauty of the forests here, never observed the sun rising from behind the coast mountains, never bathed in the glow of a sunset reflected in the waters of Atcatson House Sound. Today, the wlélex sign greets islanders and visitors as they step off the ferry in Snug Cove. The Squamish people are no longer invisible on their own land. My name is Pauline LaBelle. 3 years ago, I began a reconciliation initiative called Knowing Our Place. With the support of the Bowen Island Arts Council and the Bowen Island Library, we presented events, workshops, and a book club to learn our true history with Indigenous peoples and to nurture respectful relationships. One of the goals was to restore the Squamish name for the island. After receiving permission and blessing from Squamish Nation, we hired Coral Louie to carve the sign and planned a public ceremony for National Indigenous Peoples Day 2020. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the ceremony took place without a public gathering. We invited 4 members of the Squamish Ocean Canoe Family, Alroy Bucky Baker Katimton, Stuart Sempulian Gonzalez, Mary Capilano, and Dennis Joseph to come and bless the sign. Blankets have always been of great significance in Squamish ceremonial celebrations. They are traditionally woven by the women with deep spiritual focus on the person and the work they bring to the community. I was honored to blanket the speaker for the Squamish family, Alroy Bucky Baker, placing the blanket so his heart would be protected, to keep the positive in and the negative out. The headband around his forehead to keep his mind focused on the thoughts of the Bowen family hosting the ceremony, so he might work with a good heart and a good mind. Then he is given a thank you and gratitude for the work. According to Coast Salish tradition, the carver of an important work of art is blanketed and honored in ceremony. I placed a blanket around Coral's shoulders. The blanket offers protection and recognition and tells Coral we love her. The red headband is placed around her forehead, so she will always work with a clear mind. To prepare the other members of the Squamish family for the ceremony, members of the Bowen family blanket them as well and give them a thank you for the work. Elizabeth Bowker on the left blankets Stuart Sempulian Gonzalez, while Brenda Morrison blankets Dennis Joseph. Jamie Sheffer places the blanket on Mary Capilano. Cedar is called the tree of life by the Coast Salish. It's a giving tree. Cedar for transportation, canoes of all sizes. Cedar for housing, longhouses. Cedar for artwork, baskets, and clothing. Mary Capilano dips the cedar boughs in water and brushes the sign to bless it, to honor its spirit. She also blesses Coral with the cedar boughs to cleanse body, mind, and spirit.
The work that you just witnessed is the brushing of the sign, the carving, the beautiful spirit here, is to take it away from our beautiful lady, Coral, as well as brushing off her well-being. So they're both separated now, that she could go on to the next project that's going to come her way. And this beautiful spirit here that's sitting in front of you, it's going to back up to its resting place where we had taken it a couple of days ago. We're going to replace it so it's comfortable once again. So everyone that is within this community of wlélex, Bowen Island, is responsible for it.
This is a very emotional day for many of us on wlélex, unceded traditional territory of the Squamish Nation. It's a time to celebrate, to move forward, to a deepening relationship with Squamish Nation, the Squamish people. Language and words are important. They shape our future and our actions, and may this beautiful sign shape how we see ourselves on this island.
Yep.
I'm honored and grateful that Katimkin and Sempulian and Mary and Dennis would come here today and be with us in this ceremony. Champan Mantuni.
No. Lala. Huam. No. Lala. Huam. No. Lala. Huam. No. Lala. Huam.
According to Squamish tradition, witnesses are invited to take in the ceremony, to speak from the heart about the work they have witnessed, and to bring the importance of the work back to their people and their communities.
In the 20 years I've lived in the territories of the Squamish Ocean Canoe, I've been privileged to work with the nation and become friends with many people from the Squamish Nation, and I want to first extend my gratitude for the permission to live in this territory and for how beautiful it's been kept for 9,000 years.
And I'm very thrilled to be here today and honored to be at this celebration. On behalf of the municipality, I'd also like to thank the Hearth, the library for putting this on, and most of all to Pauline for coming to council and saying this has got to be done, and it's got to be done now. Yeah.
Nice.
So we know we don't go against Pauline. So it happened, and thank you very much, Pauline. This is an amazing statement. It's an incredible statement as it welcomes people onto our island. It says we are in conjunction with wlélex, with the wlélex and the Squamish Nation. We are together. We are together on the sign, and we are together in our thoughts.
Halimo wimayo he halime wimaya he halime wimayo hukto hu. I've seen this thing before that's happened here today, and I want to go back a little bit more into 1913. When an old man in Skidegate said to the federal and provincial governments at the Royal McKenna-McBride Commission in September 1913, he asked them, why do you call this place Queen Charlotte Islands? He said, well, if I stole something, I'd change its name too. So as a witness, what I see is you're taking a big step forward, but I just want to say it's only a step. And there's another step to follow, and I hope to be around to also witness the next step you take. To my relatives, Haua, Haichka Siem, beautiful people, thank you.
Siem Tasequatos, Katimkin, Pauline, Brenda, Coral, Quamantomi, Siem Tas Natchem Taschet. Just to give you information, our people have been here before 9,000 years. Our latest information from Dr. Rudy Reimer, Yump, found an artifact up in our village of the Ilaho, up in Poyam, carbon dated 15,000 years. All us Aboriginal people, you know, we've been here forever. People say, well, why do you say that? Because we've been here forever.
Ocean, Kilhampton, Yowen Hot, Smanar Slally, and Hot Squallowin, Makusi Kutstation, Siams, Yowen Hot, Siams, Coats and Stomach, and Heartland Squallowan, Makwitsi Kutsnachum, Kuchtal Queensta, Skalalton, Kuvaimana, and Hot, and Hot. We have begun a healing journey that was begun a way back. We are no longer strangers. By sharing the ancestral name, our ancestors will know you from this day forward. Many of you who live here may hear things that go bump in the night. Maybe it'll settle down now. I heard a chuckle out there. It must be true. We're asking the ancestors to settle down and acknowledge you now. Because as a witness, you must carry this message forward. Don't just share it here. Bring it home. Tell your children, your grandchildren. Share them what happened here today. A mighty bridge is being built and we have a foundation to work from.
So whenever you see or hear something, just mention your name. If you remember Nuklalakwam.
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 How we name something says as much about the namer as the named. This historic naming speaks to the island's desire to acknowledge and honor the Squamish people with gratitude for the care they have taken for the land and the waters. A humble acceptance of their history as our history. When we say Nuklalakwam, we place ourselves in the world that existed before settlers, when the island was canopied in ancient forests and salmon were so abundant you could cross the streams on their backs.